Well, folks, we're out on the Ohio River again today. It kind of come a line of thunderstorms through this morning, and I drove around until I found another boat ramp that it's going to be real windy today, so I wanted to, and the wind's going to be directly out of the south, so I wanted the river to be facing east and west, so I wouldn't have to deal with the big waves out in the river. I try to do that quite a bit on the Mississippi. It's just easier. The boat controls a lot better, and you don't have to worry about looking around to see, you know, what's going on as far as the waves go. I don't know exactly what the weather's gonna do today. They said sporadic thunderstorms and rain. Now, I don't know. So anyways, I'm gonna throw some bait out there and see what we come up with for a little while. Man, I hope it don't rain me out or thunder me out. I need to get on the radar and check. It didn't look like there was anything coming for a ways. That ain't saying that it ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna get very far from the boat ramp because of that. And then again, it might get sunny here in a little bit, and you never know. I've seen it go both ways. Usually if it comes a line of thunderstorms like that through, it does something to the energy in the atmosphere and it shuts them down for a while. We got all skipjack throwed out there. There's a ditch dumping fresh rain water into the river right here. I seen some fish on sonar. My sonar's going bad. I'm gonna have to do some work on it. So I thought, well, I'll just go up above that ditch and set down and see what we pull out of here. I feel like that it ought to be getting time for them fish to think about going up in the real shallow water and jacking around. The water temperature is setting on 70 degrees in this Ohio River, so it should be getting close to pre-spawn. And they like to hang out on the mouths of these ditches whenever it's pre-spawn. Especially when they go to dumping that old muddy water in there. We might not catch a fish. But we're gonna give her a whirl. And it might not have had time for that muddy water to get out there and tell all the fish, hey, come here, I'm muddy, or whatever it does to them to make them come to it. I think it probably washes all kinds of bait and stuff out there from the eat on. Probably bugs, worms, and then that attracts the little fish, and then so on and so on. Like I said, it ain't been done raining 30 minutes. Kind of neat stretch of river here. You got the Simpson smoke towers over there. I don't know what that place is. Then you got this big old, I don't know what that is neither. Wind calms down a little bit. I'll probably go fish under it. I wonder if that's a nuclear power plant just like the Simpsons. I do not know. I come from a part of the country that ain't got no coal, ain't got no nuclear or anything like that. I don't know where we get our power from. This comes. Unless it's coming a thunderstorm, then it goes out, or an ice storm. Never really thought about it. I just know we get power. I don't know how it's generated. And it might come from that power plant. Man, looks like a good place. I was kind of wanting to go down there and get some more skipjack today, and I'm gonna have to wait till later on in the week, because them things freeze so much better than shad. And the shad that I've been finding here recently, it's just almost like they ain't biting them. Big shad, little shad, medium-sized shad, don't matter, they ain't biting them. And that usually happens around May. I do not like this not having a bite already. We're in 25 foot of water right here too. Current's about right. I'm gonna get my phone out and look with the radar. That's usually when you get the big takedown. Not on radar. And they ought to be flat biting today too. Far right hand post going down. Oh, I think he come off. See, I was looking on my phone and he come off. Act like pretty good fish. He's a taking drag. Start say come off there for a second, but he didn't. Pretty heavy fish. Not no monster, but good first fish. Don't know whether I should get my dip net out or not. Little jag of current here, it's hard to tell. Make sure my big old hairy arm ain't in the way. That's a good fish. Good little old blue. I guess I'd best get this thing out. It's hard to do things one-handed. Nice blue. Goes a Gatorade bottle down through there. Good 20-25 pound fish. Pretty good fish for a first fish. Might even go 30. Nice blue. I kind of figured this creek would be pretty good washing that stuff out in there. I think I am going to reel that pole in, see if he got my bait a while ago, because I ain't no use to fishing without bait. Just as I suspected, he got my bait. That middle pole ain't went down. I'm gonna put a big old headpiece on here. Like I said, we ain't gonna be too conservative with bait today. We're just after 3 or 4 fish, kind of checking the river out here. Nice little headpiece. On a day like today, you just find a place where that water's coming out like that, and there's generally fish there. And I don't care if you're in a 30-yard wide river and it's got a little ditch running out in it, or a mile wide river, it usually works the same. I wonder how come my center pole ain't got a bite yet. I need to put my phone in my hand again. Yep, I thought I heard it thunder. I'm gonna look at my phone. That might be a good time to get a bite. And I just don't feel like them thunderstorms are over yet. Now when we need a takedown on that big old headpiece. Weigh about 50 pounds. I got to watching, when I was editing my video, I was like, you know, I catch about 80% of them fish that I catch on that black. You don't really notice it when you're out here, but you know, you always got a lucky pole. Well, you go to looking at that pole and see what the difference is in it and your other poles. And I don't know so much about luck because I don't have any, but you know, after a while you get to looking and seeing what's the difference in the poles and maybe the sinker on it and the hook. And of course I use this, I use 8 ounces on the outside of the boat and then 3 ounces down the middle. And I use the same hooks all the way around just because I like a 10-aught hook. You got a wide gap there, and it's stout enough to hold something big if you get a hold of it. And you can remove them from a fish real easy without damaging the fish. I don't think that's thunder going over. I think it's somebody doing a little dab of beating around on something. Come on, we need another bite. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Not gonna answer my fish call. Maybe they will. A far left-hand pole. Well, crap. I thought it was gonna go down. Go down to Chinese for all I care. I'll jerk you back up. Some kind of bug crawling around on my glasses. You got me all messed up. Wished whatever that was beating and banging over there would quit. It keeps me so paranoid I can't even fish good. First is the tornado sirens, now it's something beating and a banging over there. Yep, I think I'm gonna reel in and move down about 50 yards. Well, I thought about that. My left-hand pole started getting a bite. And he quit. I kind of thought he was going to take down with it. I mean, I just turned the camera off and was walking back here and he took down with it. So I'll give him a little bit. I might have, like I said, just got up just a little bit above them fish. Because I'm fishing parallel with that, there you went again, parallel with that ditch that's running out there. And I need to be a hair below it. All I got to do is reel my poles in, drag my anchor in, and put the anchor about where we're setting. Sometimes you don't want to move completely out of the country, you just kind of want to move back a little bit, jack around. If you think there's fish there, you try to figure them out and see where they're at. That's got a piece of duct tape on it. That was for sure Channel Cat doing his thing to that. Now this is a shallow, swift place at the mouth of another creek. We're gonna try it for here for a little bit and see what happens. I think my far right hand pole's already getting a bite. That's on that headpiece. It didn't act like a monster fish. It's about 12 foot deep here with that creek rolling out in it. We'll see what happens. I like to fish shallow water when I can. But then again, sometimes when you're in shallow water, you get a bunch of channel cat, like I think I'm dealing with now. Well, we're gonna give them about 5 more minutes here. And we're gonna go to another place. Let this barge get through and let them waves quit. Yep, this is the one we're after, folks. This right here is a good fish if he don't get off. It's on that headpiece. This is a good one. If he ain't so active from being in this shallow water, and he's got me weirded out. Sometimes I get in the shallow water and they're a lot more active. Look at him taking drag. This is what it's all about. This fight. I want him to come up on this side of the boat, but he's not wanting to come over here. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll have to weigh him. Caught him on that headpiece. I think I've said that about 3 times. Probably 30, 35 pound fish. Let me grab my dip net. Yeah, he might go bigger than 35. Only time will tell. Yeah, he'll go bigger than 35. Pretty good fish for never fishing here before. Like I said, folks, them things after rain like that always gets up in them mouths of them creeks. This fish was caught in less than 10 foot of water. I somehow got my dip net through his lip. I'm gonna weigh him just to show y'all what he'll weigh. Yeah, I figure he might go 40. I don't know. I underestimate him pretty good. I'm gonna weigh him in the net to keep from hurting him. I got it on pounds. $37. Pretty good fish. I'm gonna let him get back out there so maybe I can catch him again. I was gonna roll him out of that dip net, but I don't think I will. No. Pretty good blue. I can't hold him like that all day. Well, folks, I'm about to call it. I'm gonna go to the house and get some much needed rest and I will hit this place again when I've got more time. I got up at 3:30 this morning thinking that, well, I'll get there about 5:30, 6, and be sitting on the water. That way I have plenty of time to fish. Well, there come a line of thunderstorms through, and it was 9:30, 10 time I got on the water. So I was just kind of driving around looking and found this other boat ramp. Thought, well, if it quits raining, I'll put in here and try it. I'm glad I did, because I think that this is just a hair bit slower water. And it seems like there's good fish here. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here and go home. We caught a couple fish today, a couple good ones. Tried out a new place. About got run off the river with thunderstorms and tornado sirens and all that good stuff. I'll holler at y'all later.